Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading for a SuperM group because someone was requesting about them to see how they're doing. There's a comeback that had been announced, so let's see what the tarot have to say about them and their energies. So they got the Page of Swords, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups, and Knight of Swords. And then from the Oracle of the Ancestors and Angels, they got the card of Shift Your Perception, and it's the Guardian, the Air Guardian from the Air element. So yes, yeah, a lot of, like I was going to mention this, a lot of air elements, a lot of swords as well. The Fool is also it does remind me a bit of the mercurial energy. So obviously about starting over, I think that they truly matter. It truly matters for them, the way they are perceived, the way the information is being handled about them. But at the same time, I think that what this spread is telling me is that whatever information is available about the group or about the promotion of the group, that we shouldn't take it so seriously and maybe not like not see it as a possible hint for something that is not there. And I think that this also hit me like very very quickly when the I read the card of the Oracle. Shift your perception. There's something that you are not seeing, and there are some things that you so desperately want to see that is not what you think. So I don't know why everything is so confusing, but definitely there's an element of confusion in SuperM. It somehow triggers a lot of suspicions, probably from people, and it seems like the group appears when somehow they want to turn the page, or they want to like make the audience forget about something, and this is definitely a case. Like something happened. I believe that potentially this Page of Swords could represent Lucas and Lucas' situation. He's next to the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. Like there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of need for understanding that we do not have, and I think that as the Wheel of Fortune keeps turning, probably things will get more confusing. So I think that even for the guys, I think that the members don't even know why some decisions are being made. And somehow they are being also advised to not take things seriously. Just like do what we tell you. Like this is a new beginning. This is an opportunity for them to start over. And probably, I don't know why, but I don't think it's just Lucas. Probably something happened between the making or the arrangers of this group. Like something happened and they need to start over. They need to do things differently with this group. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like, okay, let's start over. Probably a lot of opinions, a lot of probably like clashes of ego, in the sense that, and I don't think it's just among the members, probably the people that had the idea, that manages them, the people that had the idea of this group, probably also like bump heads between each other. Like it seems like everyone wants to grab a piece of this project, and it's very ambitious, but it lacks um, it lacks stability. It lacks earth. You know, like I told you at the beginning, I get this very air element, this like to be with your heads in the clouds, you know, to not seeing clearly, and to somehow wanting to give this a deeper meaning that actually it is. You know, probably it's just a project, it's just one more group. I think that if you are a fan of them, probably the quality content for this for if you want to get quality content for your favorite for your for your bias or your biases that are in the group, probably you will have to wait until they release something else with their original group or individual activities, because it seems like their concept is not clear. I don't know if maybe they will still go for something quote unquote futuristic, but it seems like even the distribution um, of the concept is not clear. It's not clear, and it leaves people also like very like, you're like, wow, yes, it's interesting. You know, it's like it's weird, interesting in the sense that you don't know where to look. And I believe that it's 7 members, you know, and here you have the 7 of Cups, so definitely you can see the fandom, or the audience being like this person in front of this 7 of Cups, you know, being like, wow, so many options. Like, okay, what do I choose? And also this Knight of Swords here coming very strong to somehow disturb peace. So I think that probably this comeback is going to get a few critics, you know, like probably some people attacking the project, or some people on the internet just having like very strong opinions, or very like like you know, there's no need to get that. That's why I was saying from the beginning, there's no need to get so in the defensive of what they're doing. um, I guess, you know, I think that, like I mentioned, probably it has to do with Lucas' situation, you know, because he started as a Page of Swords. He's an Aquarius, and he started as a Page of Swords, you know. I would want, honestly, like, I don't want to predict because I'm not a predictor. I just read cards. I would want to believe that this new beginning with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune about moving on, you know, moving to a next stage, it has to do with him coming back. I would want to wish that this is what I'm seeing here. This is why I'm like, okay, I will say it. I don't know if it will come true, because I don't know, guys, everything, because then we fall with the 7 of Cups, you know. So I'm very honest about the things I see. And if you are someone that you are reading the tarot, or starting to read the tarot, or you have your own perception because you like tarot or the cards, feel free to leave your opinion about what does this mean. For me, it means that it's going to create more questions, even if Lucas comes back. So I think that at the end, it's something that somehow like overshadows, like it does, like it does like take the possibility to enjoy music. You know, I think that there's a lot of gossiping, you know, there's a lot of people are also very on the conspiracy, very on you know, like, oh, this is why, oh, I saw this, so this means this, you know. So it's like, slow down, it's music. And yes, I see that it's a project. I think that people are definitely looking forward to it. The group is also looking forward to it, but it seems like for them it's like a starting over again. You know, things are moving for some of these members. Some of these members are already on the move because they had been working for months and months and months, so they are active. There are other members that had been somehow like slowed down, or they had been, I don't know, busy with other things, so you know they haven't been that active. So probably this opportunity, this SuperM comeback, it's like, okay, let's get back to work, but not to work in the sense that they haven't worked, in the sense of getting your body to move, or you know, there's something about, okay, there we go again with the horse choreography, like, you know, and they need time to adjust. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that this definitely, this for me, the card of this oracle about shift your perception is, it was something that somehow it took me away from reading the rest of the tarot cards. I think that the biggest message here is the oracle one, about shifting your perception, that this is not that profound, or maybe this is like don't try to analyze this. It is what it is, and don't try to find, you know, like, oh, but why is this, you know, and why isn't this, like, let's not go to mental, you know, to definitely I think that probably for this group it's a new beginning, it's a new opportunity to work together. They know each other, of course, so it's not like they are strangers to each other. But I think that the concept sometimes is very vague because it wants to display all the members' charms, and somehow it confuses people, like, or it puts people against each other. So I don't know, because I see this Knight of Swords, and I'm sensing like fans fighting each other, you know, like, oh, because, you know, my bias, your bias, and you know, my bias didn't get enough time. So I think that probably it's not going to be a quiet comeback. You know, I think that a lot of people have a lot of opinions. They are like, I don't know why they are too much on their heads, they're too much on their thoughts, on thinking. And also I think that it's a company strategy, to be honest, to have fans like this, to have fans in this sort of Seven of Cups position, where you are like somehow seduced by the possibility of seeing these artists working together, and at the same time you are left with nothing. Like, it seems like you're like, okay, this was interesting, like, I don't know what to feel about it, but you know, like it still needs a bit more of consistency. You know, I think that they are still, they are not stable. So, you know, probably the people that support this, they support this because of the members, because of the people involved, but they are forgetting to just enjoy, and that this is only entertainment. But yes, I hope, I don't know, guys, I hope we get to see him, but if we don't, then that's going to be another concern, and it's going to be another like another like very tumultuous moment of people arguing on the internet, like what's going on, you know, and getting very paranoid, very paranoid. This is not about feelings. This is not about feelings. It's about the fantasy that these people try to sell with these artists working together. They want to sell a sort of world, a sort of like a very like idealistic kind of atmosphere, you know, and sometimes it doesn't match the ideas, you know, because they are so different. They are so different. The only thing that they have in common is that since they work for the same company, they have the same, I would say, values and visions because they are from the same company. So they have coincidences between each other. It's not like, this is the first time they see each other. But there's not like a union. Probably there's like a union between, or friendship between one or two members, and then the others are just being polite and are just there because they have to be there. So everything is very air element. It's very intellectual, and at the same time, I think that it's very cold. I think that it leaves the audience wanting more, but at the same time not knowing exactly if they want more. We want this comeback. Like, do you like maybe there are people that do want it, but this definitely caught by surprise a lot of people. Like, oh, like I didn't know we needed this, and this is why maybe people get like a bit paranoid. Like, why are you bringing this now? Like, what are you doing? And sometimes it's just music. It's just them being experimental, guys. And also, I think that it's about turning the wheel, about trying to bring something new, something original, but actually having a lot of issues pendant, having a lot of things unsolved, having other projects on pause, having other, like, it's so confusing the way they choose to release things. It's like, okay, but what about the others, or what about the other that you said you were going to do? So it's a desperate intent to keep being bringing originality in whatever their vision is to be original. But it is not going to be like something like, wow, this is, no. It's going to be something new and refreshing, but it's not something that you are like, oh, like, And I think that they know it. They know it. They just, like I said, they just show up. They just do it. Okay, this is what I have to do. Okay, I'll do it. Thank God there's no card of animosity, or here there's except for the first card that could potentially represent Lucas. There's not like weird feelings towards the members, no competitiveness, nor there's nothing of that. There's nothing of that because actually this probably the members that participate on this, each one of them have their own issues. I mean, they have their own schedules, they have their own groups, they have their own careers. Probably the only one that actually is a bit like like missing in action, and that is, this is why he shows up here, because it's like the main subject that everyone is like, okay, is he going to be on this? Like, I think that this is what why fans would probably be like paying attention when they're having the comeback, just to see if he's going to be there. And I think that probably, if this is the reason why Lucas had been like kept in a dungeon for so many like months, I hope that it was worth it. Like, I hope that they really released SuperM like something like very like with something very good. But I think that if Lucas is going to be there, his presence obviously is going to be reason enough for people to just consume the music, and be like, okay, because they need to heal. The fans want to move on. And I think that probably the company also wants to move on, but they don't know how. I don't know why somehow they put all the responsibility on him, but he's also very unstable, so I don't know. He's a bit like, okay, like, I want to come out, but, I don't know what's going on with Lucas. I tried to pull a few cards here and there when we were on the lives, but the energy is very confusing. I wish I could give you like, you know, like a straight answer about, you know, why or in what's the reason behind all this. But it seems like it's very confusing. So yeah, guys, this is all I read. This is all I have for them. I hope that it made sense. Sorry that I don't, like, it's not very bright and positive and uplifting. Definitely, I think that it's not about the members. It's not about the group. It's about the idea or the concept that they try to go for with this. It's about the project and the people managing it, you know. And probably fans know this. You know, fans are like, yeah, I know, like I know, but I don't know. They're trying. Just let's see, you know, the fool is there, so definitely a brand new beginning and some movement. So movement, guys, something is going to move. So yes, let's see what it is. Thank you guys for being here. I see you in my next video. Bye.